It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
A pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Today, it's a CVC matchup between the visiting Spartans of Steinert High School taking on the Ewing Blue Devils. Welcome, everyone, to Andy Greer Field on the campus of Ewing High School. I'm Nick Gallagher, alongside Jordan Hirsch for this one, and Brianna O'Neill will be our engineer today on site. We will dive in today's CVC matchup in just a moment, but today's game is brought to you by the New Jersey Education Association, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Capital Health System, Revere Restaurant, Trenton Thunder, The Trentonian, Italian People's Bakery, Saul Funeral Homes, Hamilton Township Education Association, Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, and Hyundai of Trenton. Thank you for all the sponsors for making today's game possible. Let's look at this one, starting with the home Ewing Blue Devils coming into today's contest at 5-9 on the season. They are 4-8 in CVC play. They've struggled over their last couple games this month. It's been a busy month for them. Starting on May 1st, they won 9-2 over Princeton. Colin Elam will be on the mound today. He went 2 for 4 in that game and pitched 6 in 2 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 11 strikeouts for Elam. And then on May 3rd, they lost to Lawrence 3-0, but a very good Lawrence team at 14-3 on the year. Zaire Lowe pitched that game, gave up all 3 runs. One of those was earned 9 strikeouts, and their last game on Friday, they lost to a tough South Brunswick team 6-3. And this Spartans team, on the other hand, Jordan, 13-5 on the year, and they have been on fire all season long.
Yeah, they've had a really good season. They've had a couple of ups and downs, but this is a big game for them. Just 2 conference games left, and Notre Dame breathing right down their necks in their division, so a huge one to get here.
And we had the Mercer County Tournament bracket unveiled today. We will get to that later throughout the broadcast. Colin Elam's first 2 pitches is swung on by Braden Nitty, who leads this off. He'll drill this one into right field. We'll get down behind Ewing out there, and Nitty will get into second base with a lead-off double to get this one started.
Well, a great start here for Steinert, getting that opposite field double. Braden Nitty, he came into this game having a pretty good season and hitting .346. That average will go up. That's his first double of the year, in fact.
That'll bring up Jake Pope today for the first time. Pope having a very good year. The team, Spartans overall, is hitting .421 on an average. As Pope goes to bunt, we'll pull that one back for Elam's first pitch. It'll be called a ball, 1-0.
The offense has been Steinert's bread and butter this year. They scored 23 runs in a game against Princeton last week, but since then just 6 runs over their last 3 contests. So trying to get the offense started early here is Nitty, and they've done a good job so far.
As Pope goes to show bunt again, he'll pull back again for a ball. Pope hitting a team high .609 on the year for his average, 14 of 23, 5 RBIs, 9 runs scored, and 10 singles. So Pope in a big spot here early in this contest. The 2-0 from Elam is chopped over down the first base side as they will take that one on the sacrifice as Nitty moves up to third. Keith Lesko down there at first to make the first out of the inning.
Yeah, just a good at-bat there by Pope, able to do his job and get that runner over to third. Just trying to play the small ball game here early and manufacture runs that way.
The Spartans just played yesterday. It's been a busy month for them. They've played 6 games in 9 days already. They are 3-2 currently in May. They just lost to Council Rock North yesterday, 7-2 on the road. Jake Pope went for 2 for 3 on that game with 2 singles and a run scored, and Christian Finaccio had an RBI in that loss. As the Spartans still in a good position at 13-5 on the year. It'll bring up Jack Gill now, the shortstop for today's game. Gill also hitting very well, .417 on the year, 15 of 36 from the plate, 10 runs and 7 RBIs, looking to add to that total here with a man on third. One down, Pope drills that one into center field. That will get down as Nitty jogs in, and Pope is aboard with a 1-out RBI single.
Jack Gill caught that one right off the sweet spot. You could hear it well from our vantage point, and Steinert does exactly what you're supposed to do. Get the runner on, get him over, and then get him in.
We'll go through the Steinert lineup really quick. It'll be Ryan Everett here. He'll bat in the cleanup in right field. Hitting behind him at fifth is Christian Finaccio. He's over at left. Hitting six is Nate Klingel. He'll be the designated hitter. Hitting for Jack Lambert today. Hitting eighth and on the mound for the Spartans is Joey Ditta. And hitting ninth is Ryan Tash. He'll be at third base. And Vinny Condorso is behind the plate for the Spartans to round out their starting lineup. As a big cut there from Everett there. One on and one out. Here in the top of the first. Beautiful afternoon for baseball. Temperatures in the low 70s here. As Everett will chop that one foul well down the line out of play. I mentioned it's been a busy month for the Spartans. They started the month a walk-off win against Hamilton West, scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Everett had 2 for 4 and 2 RBIs. Christian Finaccio 2 for 3 and an RBI in that one. And then a big win, as you mentioned, Jordan, 23-1 over Princeton on the 3rd. As they've had a tough stretch here. They've lost to Hun on the 4th, a 12-5 Hun team who they will see in the Mercer County tournament this weekend. So a rematch on the mind for the Spartans, a 12-5 Hun team. And the Spartans lost to Bordentown they beat Bordentown 3-2 on the 5th. As Everett will take the walk there. So it'll bring 2 on now for the 5-hole hitter, Christian Finaccio. I mentioned Finaccio swinging a good bat lately for this month for the Spartans. 345 on the year, 10 of 29.
Yeah, and that walk to Everett, that's something that pitcher Colin Elam has done a great job of limiting this season. Just his 11th walk in now 28 innings. He struck out 39. His ERA very low at 2.78. So far Steinert's done a good job of being able to drive in a run, and they're threatening for more.
Elam's been a great pitcher for this Ewing Blue Devils team for his career, as Everett will chop one over to short. They'll flip over to second, and they'll hold the throw down at first and just get the fielder's choice there. So it'll be 2 away now as Everett reaches base on the fielder's choice. So runners at the corners now. That'll bring up Jack Lambert now.
Hey, let's go, Bert! Come on, kid! Hey, Bert!
Elam's pitch. As Finaccio is off and running for second, he'll get there without a throw. Lambert 7 of 20 on the year, 350 his average, 9 RBIs, 5 runs scored. And big production from Lambert from your 6-hole hitter, Jordan, when you can kind of go down the lineup and you're still hitting the 300s for this Spartan team on their averages.
Yeah, and Jack Lambert sporting the no batting gloves look here too, so.
They'll say he went there as Lambert goes around for that one. Count goes 1-2 now. So Elam trying to work out of a little bit of a first inning jam, if you want to call it that. Runners on second and third now for Lambert here. Elam ready, the 1-2 pitch is chopped softly to third, and it is bobbled and not going to be in time. The throw goes over third. 1 run is in, the 2nd run in, as Finaccio comes around clapping his hands down the third base side. So 2 more on the error for the Blue Devils. Spartans jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Jake Mignona, the third baseman there, bobbled that ball, and once he did, he should have just put it in his pocket. Instead, air mails the throw and allows another run to cross.
That'll bring up Nate Klingel now for the first time today, as the Spartans have sent 7 men to the plate here in the top of the first, still 2 away. Elam ready, as Klingel lays off on that one.
Klingel, this is just his 5th at-bat of the season, hasn't gotten much playing time, so looking to take advantage.
Elam's pitch in there for a called strike, 1-1. As Klingel will hold back there and take the strike. Klingel drills that one down the first base side near the fence, out of play. Count goes to 1-2 here. And Colin Elam has had these first inning problems a couple times this season. I saw him last a couple weeks ago at Hamilton West. Had a rough first inning, was able to settle down in the middle innings. And a tall task for him to deal with this Spartan lineup that has just been incredible this season, as they have for years consistently. As Klingel will chop over to second, they'll lightly toss over, and that will retire the side. But on 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Spartans lead this one 3-0 on WBCB.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Ewing Blue Devils trail 3-0 in this one early on. We go to the bottom of the first. Their lineup today goes like this. Zaire Lowe leads off in center field. Hitting second is Jake McNonia. He's over at third base. Hitting third is Sam Simpkins. He'll be at shortstop. In the cleanup position today, it'll be Keith Lesko. He's down at first base. On the mound, as we saw, Colin Elam. He's the designated hitter today. Joey Andreas is over at second base. Chris Salmon is in the 7-hole, and he'll be behind the plate catching Elam today. Hitting eighth is Sam Leibowitz. He'll be out in right field. And hitting ninth is Lorenzo Patron. He's out in left field. As they will be opposed by Steiner pitcher Joey Ditta.
Yeah, and Joey Ditta this season, 13 2/3 innings. Walks have been a major issue for him. He's walked 18, struck out 12. His ERA very low at just 1.02. I was watching him pitch on Thursday against the Hun School in that 5-1 loss for Steinert, and Ditta gave up his first 2 earned runs of the season in that game, walked 8. So control has been an issue, and he's going to have to settle that down here.
Ditta only a sophomore for the Steinert pitching staff. As Zaire Lowe steps in and fouls first 2 pitches off. Lowe, the second leading hitter, or excuse me, the first most hits on the Blue Devils team, 22 of 51 for a .431 average, 15 runs, 9 RBIs. He does lead the team in stolen bases with 9, so if he gets on base, especially if this Steinert lineup already producing 3 runs, Jordan, it'll be hard to not see Zaire Lowe try to snag a couple bases today.
Yeah, Zaire Lowe has just fantastic speed, which benefits him obviously on the base paths, but also in the outfield as well, as he's been a great center fielder for this team all season.
And a deep outfield here at Ewing High School. And minimal wind, so that won't be a factor today. The ball won't maybe carry out, but if he can get down in these big gaps here, as he will strike one over the third base side, will be playable and caught for the out. So Zaire Lowe is retired on the liner.
And a good job by Ditta, just first batter of the game that he faces, pounding the zone and is able to force a little bloop pop out.
Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Well, that last pitch there from Dida is kind of what I touched on, just the command issues. That one bounced. I don't even think it reached the circle and ended up coming up and hitting the catcher there in the mask. That's Condurso. Took that one right off the mask.
That'll bring up Jake McNonia now for the first time this afternoon. 14 of 43. Leads the team with 10 RBIs. So if Zaire Lowe can get on a few times today, you got McNonia right behind him. He scored 9 runs and a triple. 326 average for McNonia on the year, the Notre Dame transfer, as he will work the walk here and get aboard for the first base runner for the Blue Devils today.
And you've got to figure that RBI total is due in good part to Zaire Lowe. Just with his burning speed, he could turn really any ball hit into the outfield into some trouble. And with his speed, he's probably able to fly around the bases and get some runs if McNonia is able to get hits behind him.
That'll bring up Sam Simpkins now, as Dida's pitch is on the outside corner, gets in for strike one. Simpkins only a freshman in this starting lineup for the Blue Devils. A great experience for him this season, getting to play the competition that he does in this conference, as he watches that one go for a ball. 300 on the year for Simpkins, 12 of 40. 7 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 triples. So some wheels on Simpkins. This part of the lineup is critical for the Blue Devils today. As Dida will try the pickoff move down there at first, as McNonia gets back. 1-1. Pitch high upstairs as Simpkins backs out there, 2-1.
And you mentioned how Simpkins just a freshman for this Ewing team. This is a very young team, just one senior, and that is Zaire Lowe. So Ewing giving their young guys a lot of opportunities this season.
As McNonia is caught in a rundown, and he'll get back to first safely.
That was kind of a weird play. Looked like he got about 3/4 of the way to second base and just stopped. I think if he had kept going, he would have been there, because Condurso hadn't even released the ball. I think he was even a little confused about what was going on out there.
Hey, let's go, Sam!
3-1 to Simpkins is taken for ball 4. So the Blue Devils being patient here with the young sophomore Dida here. Get their next 2 runners on base. That'll bring up Keith Lesko for the first time today.
Yeah, and patience is key against Dida, because, of course, he will walk you, and that gets Ewing in business here. And now you got to believe that this mound visit is probably just trying to settle Dida down, understanding that he is prone to the free pass, and just got to try to get him settled in and find the strike zone, because his team's got a lead, and that's always beneficial for a pitcher, but you can't go walking everybody even though you're ahead.
Spartans just trying to protect this lead early on. It's been an interesting season for the Blue Devils this year. They started 1-4, had a big win near the top of their schedule against Hightstown, 16-6. They won that game. Then they fell 3-2, so a little bit of a skid there, but you're trying to bounce back. You're looking at 4-6 then. Then they fell to 1-3 after that. But in their wins, they've scored double-digit runs every win except the Princeton game just the other day where they had 9. So this team can put up a large amount of runs in a winning effort, but it really comes down to their pitching staff to keep them in the game, and it'll be a comeback effort for them today down here 3-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, they've got a team average of .313, but a combined team ERA at .457, so the hitting really has not been the problem for Ewing this season. It's just been productivity from their pitchers.
Hey now.
Did his pitch in there for a called strike. 1-1 to Lesko here.
And now, Les. Anyway, here, kick him up. Come on, kid. Hey, 1 fly back. Hey.
Did already. He looks back, fires it in, and taken for ball 2.
Yeah, that's a real good take from Lesko. That pitch looked like a strike for a long time and ended up breaking out of the zone. Wonder if he was maybe able to read the spin on that.
The 2-1 is swung on, fouled back. So 2-2 now to Keith Lesko here, as Blue Devils are trying to get on the board and respond to the Spartans' top of the first.
Hey, Les. Anyway.
Did his 2-2 delivery, hops in the dirt. Cordisco couldn't get that one. That bounces. Both runners will move up. And it'll be 2nd and 3rd now for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden now a huge pitch coming up here early in this one with a 3-2 count, 1 out, and 2 in scoring position. Ewing trying to get right back into this ball game.
The 3-2 is in the dirt. Good block there by Cordorso, excuse me. As that will load the bases here.
Yeah, Condurso's been busy behind home plate so far. Now 3 walks in the inning for Ditta. When he's on, he's able to get guys out. He's only allowed 4 hits all season, but now 21 walks, so.
As that'll bring up the 5-hole hitter, Colin Elam, on the mound today for the Blue Devils. Jordan, almost a guy you don't want in the plate if you're the Spartans, but a great opportunity for the Blue Devils to load the bases here and be patient at the plate with Ditta.
Yeah, now Elam a chance to help his own cause, hitting .435 on the season and slugging at a great rate of .587, but he finds himself in an 0-2 hole.
14 singles, 5 doubles for Colin Elam on the year. Getting another good block. Just to be that kind of game where Vinny Condorso is going to be busy to keep these pitches in front of him as best as he can. As Ditta, the 1-2 pitch is taken. Good patience there by Elam to lay off 2-2.
Yeah, that one just missed, and like you mentioned, this is the guy that Ditta does not want to face in this type of situation. He's been this team's power hitter, leading the team in doubles with 5, and as
Elam pops up, but it will be out of play, so stays alive here.
Get battle. Hey, Sticks.
The 2-2 delivery in the dirt again. Another good block there. Count will go full here. Spartans have loaded the bases here. 3 straight walks by Joey Ditta as Elam looks to be the 4th here.
Yeah, and Ditta did a good job of getting ahead of Elam 0-2, but just continuing to battle up there at the plate.
As Elam rips that one into left field, and it will be playable, caught, but it will be deep enough to score McNonia from 3rd. He comes in standing 3-1 on the sac fly there by Colin Elam.
Yeah, great range out there in left field by Finaccio, able to go back and take a direct route to that ball and make the catch, and now Ditta can find himself out of this with minimal damage.
So still any bag opportunity here for the Spartans, but Blue Devils want to keep this one going. It'll bring up Joey Andreas now. First pitch is upstairs as Andreas lays off. Andreas hitting .289 for the Blue Devils. Pretty good average. 13 of 45, 9 RBIs to his name, 2 doubles, 10 singles.
Tied for 2nd in this team in RBIs too, and a chance to add to that here.
As Andreas grounds it over to second base and put away there by the Spartans, so they get out of it. Dida does, only allows the sac fly as it 3-1 Spartans lead this after one. The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, is the place to go on Sunday afternoon for the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. They are proud to support you, and this message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. HTSD pop-up schoolhouse events are happening in August. On August 9th at Yardville Heights Elementary, August 15th at Sunnybray Elementary, and August 23rd at Kithart Elementary. This event will be from 3 to 5 p.m. August 29th at Cooser Elementary will be from 4 to 6 p.m. Meet teachers and staff and learn about the community resources and more. As well as HTSD Summer Camps 2023. Registration is open to Hamilton Township residents entering grades K through 12. Visit htsdnj.org to register. And HTSD Tech Night is on May 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Crockett Middle School. The event will feature a showcase of the technology of the Hamilton Township schools. Admission is free, and you can pre-register at htsdnj.org.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website at salfuneralhomes.com. That's salfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes is proud to sponsor today's game and hopes you enjoy it.
Top of the second here for the Spartans. Colum Elam back to work here. It'll be Ryan Tash to lead things off here in the top half of the second. As Tash swinging first pitch, bunts it beautifully down the third base line. Elam no play with it, and Tash is aboard on the bunt.
Yeah, perfect bunt by Tash. Put it right in the Bermuda Triangle between pitcher, third base, and catcher, and just nothing that Ewing could have done there, and now Steinert gets the leadoff man on again.
Tash, not too many opportunities at the plate this year, 5 of 10, so a 500 even average for him, 4 RBIs. So he's taken every opportunity to his advantage and used it well for this Spartan lineup.
Yeah, it seems that this lineup content with trying to play some small ball here with the bottom of their lineup is Condurso. It's shown bunt on that previous pitch, and we'll see if he tries to drop another one down.
Right there.
Condorso hitting .333 on the year. Only 3 RBIs to his name, but he's putting the ball in play and getting on board. As he bunts that one, will pop up, but just foul down the line. And they will say it was caught. So Condorso is retired on the attempted sacrifice.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough pitch to bunt. Looked like a fastball up and in, and maybe he should have pulled that one back, but instead pops it up, and now Elam gets a very important first out with the top of this lineup coming up now.
So it'll be Braden Ninny now for the second time. Led things off today with a double down to right field. Nitty, a big contributor in the big win over Princeton back on the third. He went 3 for 3 on that afternoon with 3 RBIs. Nitty, 346 on the year. Ball is in the dirt as Tash is off and running safely. Throw is offline there. So
Yeah.
Tash with the steal.
I thought behind the plate there they did have a chance to throw him out, but that throw just offline. Looked like the shortstop was also a little late to get over and get Steinert a runner in scoring position.
Elam's delivery is smacked on by Nitty, but he pops it up second base side. McNonia over there in time for the second out here.
Yeah, and so far a pretty good job of being able to settle back in here. As Elam, you had mentioned that he's had some trouble this season in the first inning, and so far he's done a good job to quiet it down. The only hit allowed in this inning, of course, on the bunt, so now looking to get out of this and strand the runner at second.
I mentioned in the first, Jordan, that Elam, that I've seen him over his career here at Ewing, he always struggles in the first couple innings, but when he's through the lineup at least twice, it's a little bit better. I mean, can you contribute that to really anything? Is it just seeing these hitters that are so good, or is it just something that he has maybe command or control issues early on?
Yeah, I mean, it really could be a multitude of different things. There's not really something that you could just put your finger on. It could be that he just comes out and maybe he's trying to get a feel for his arm slot, or he just wants to see the hitters for the first time. But either way, the fact that he's been able to settle in is pretty impressive, just to be able to continue to do so.
As Pope drills that into center field, but it is caught and the side is retired. So nothing for the Spartans here. They leave one. We go to the bottom of the second right here on WBCB Sports Network.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
1490 WBCB Levitan and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Chris Salmon to lead things off for the Blue Devils, followed by Sam Leibowitz and Lorenzo Petrone for the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the second.
Let's go in, Chris.
Spartans were able to jump to three runs on the top of the first, getting to Colin Elam early. Dida has some control issues. Salmon swinging first pitch. That pitch is going back to the track, to the wall, over the head, all the way to the fence. Gets up on. Salmon is on his horse, going to third. He will get there, sliding in third safely. Throw is in time. He's safe on the play. A leadoff triple for Chris Salmon to get us started here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that's Salmon's second triple of the year now, and he was smelling it. In fact, if this outfield maybe was a little more shallow, he would have had Ewing's first home run as a team on the season, but he smelled triple right out of the box. A great relay throw to make that play even close. I didn't think they were going to have a chance, and just great base running by Salmon, able to just get in there ahead of the tag.
That'll bring up Sam Leibowitz now, first time today. A opportunity for Leibowitz, 8 of 35 on the year, 229 his average, as his teammate Salmon down there at third. The 0-1 pitch from Diddy in the dirt, blocked.
Leibowitz is a patient hitter, tied for second on this team and walks with a few other players. But against a pitcher like Dida, it's always great to have that confidence aspect to your game.
Hey, let's go, 3 on 3.
2-1 the count here to Leibowitz.
Hey, Sam, I'm hurt. Let's go, kid. Here we go.
2-1 is in there for called strike 2 now, 2-2. And just going back to the Salmon at bat there, I mean, he connected on the first pitch and just drilled it, something he liked. And I mean, like you said, Jordan, maybe a foot or even less, even almost a half a foot if the fence was in, that pitch is gone out. And little wind today, too. Maybe if you get a windy day, that was definitely going to be gone.
Yeah, wind, very minor. Any minor wind that there is blowing slightly in from left, so maybe that aided it.
Leibowitz into shallow center field. They will hold Salmon. Throw goes over the head. And maybe they should have sent Salmon there. They will hold him back there. Only one away. And do you like that call, though, Jordan? I mean, yes, it was a high throw, and it was hard to tell where that was going.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight, obviously 20/20, but I think early in this game, that was only the first out, and now you've got a pretty powerful part of this lineup coming up. I like the decision to hold him, and again, all you need is a ball in play here, and you'll get the run home that way.
I bring up Lorenzo Patron, the 9-hole hitter for the Blue Devils today. Patron having a good year, .280 on the year.
Yeah, Patron, you can kind of see he stands very close to home plate. He's been hit 5 times this season as a team. Ewing's just had 6 players hit by a pitch, and you wonder if maybe just where he stands in the batter's box is conducive to that, or maybe he's made some enemies on other teams. You never know.
I never know. Patron lays off the first 2-0 to him here. Again, the Blue Devils continue to be patient and just wait for their pitch from Joey Didda here. Didda takes a breath in, fires a upstairs pitch, but Patron swinging on that 2-0 count, 2-1.
Yeah, that one always looks so good to hit 2-0. You're sitting fastball. It's right up at your chest, and you think you can get to it, and by the time you swing, you just swing too late.
Let's go 5, thumbs up.
Called strike 2, 2-2 to Lorenzo Patron here.
And now if you're Patron, it's just try to shorten up, put one in play. You've got that runner on third. Anything really not right back at the pitcher is going to get him home.
He lays off that one. Good eye there. Count goes full here.
Go 5, come on, babe. Goes on, babe.
The 3-2 as Patron lays off those 2 pitches on a 2-2 count to work the walk. So runners on the corners now. We'll flip the lineup back over top. It'll be Zaire Lowe now. So he looks to get the Blue Devils back in this one as they trail 3-1 here. Only one away.
And Zaire Lowe coming up in a spot to do some more damage. He's got 9 RBIs on the season, and he's a multi-sport athlete at Ewing. Also plays safety for their football team, and he's obviously a great defensive center fielder, and he kind of credits some of that to his work on the gridiron because it's kind of very similar footwork, just tracking a ball as a defensive back, and it's very similar to tracking a ball hit off the bat as a center fielder. So it's always great, obviously, when you've got multi-sport athletes on your team, and he's using just the skills he's learned as a football player and translating it over to the diamond.
As Lowe connects with that one, will be popped up, played over in right field. Playable out there is squeezed on by Everett. As Salmon slides in at home, he's gunned down out at home plate. As what a throw from the Spartans to end the second inning here. They prevent the run from scoring at 3-1. We go to the bottom of the second, or excuse me, the bottom of the second. Spartans get out of a jam there. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It is important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Township Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. If you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter at 2100 Sylvan Avenue. Let's meet today's adoptable pets of the game. First off, it's Grim. Meet Grim, not to be confused with Grin, which is what the sweet boy is always wearing. This friendly, affectionate, eligible bachelor is looking for a long-term relationship with a dog-experienced human. He's about 2.5 years old and is short and stocky, 70 pounds. Like most dogs, Grim would benefit from some training and exercise. This athletic guy promises to keep up with you on hikes too. Grim is looking for a home without small children and one where he is your one and only pet. Our second bachelor is Tinsel, about 2 years old. She's a little shy at first, but is curious about her surroundings. She'll need a quiet home where she can feel secure and come out of her shell. The Hamilton Township Animal Shelter is open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. Thursdays until 7 p.m., closed on Sundays. View more of their adoptable pets and learn about volunteer and foster programs at hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter. Well, Jordan, as we get things off here in the top of the third, Spartans able to hold that 3-1 lead, and what a play that was to end the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Everett had out in right field, just a great throwing lane to throw. That ball was hit right down the line, so it's a straight shot to home, and he was able to just make a strong throw, and now he's due up second in this inning as well, and bet he's hoping that Jack Gill can get on in front of him, and then maybe he can extend the Spartans' lead.
Elam's pitch is in the dirt for ball one here.
Just some excellent arm strength by Everett also on that throw, able to get it to the catcher in the air.
I mean, you and I just posed a question to you when Salmon led things off. Should they have sent him on that fly ball to center field? And now you almost regret it as Gill grounds that one over to McNoney at second. He is retired there for one away.
Yeah, it's certainly a play that I'm sure that that Ewing wishes they had back. And just on that other play where he got gunned down, I thought that was probably the right decision to try to send him, because if you get to 2 outs, then you need a base hit to try to score the runner, and you put pressure on Ryan Everett out there in right field. He just was able to come up big.
And credit to Condorso behind the plate too for making the block and the tag. And he's had an afternoon behind the plate already. As Everett, the man of the inning here, is up to bat here. He walked his first plate appearance in the first inning. Pitch high upstairs for ball one. Big cut there from Everett, and he has swung on and strike out, the first strikeout victim of the afternoon for Colin Elam.
Yeah, and Elam was just throwing slider there, then went and sped up Everett with the fastball and was able to get him to swing and miss. So a good job of pitching out there on the mound by Elam.
That'll bring up Christian Finaccio, second time today. Grounded into a fielder's choice, swinging first pitch. Over to first, Elam on the toss. He'll get there, beat Finaccio to the bag. A quick inning for the Blue Devils. They go 1-2-3, get the Spartans. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-1. Spartans lead this on the WBCB Sports Network.
Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey's schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Jake McNonia will lead things off here in the third for the Blue Devils here, followed by Sam Simpkins and Keith Lesko. So a 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters all walked back in the first. As Ditta's first pitch is outside, McNonia lays off.
Yeah, the control continues to be an issue out there on the mound for Ditta.
McNonia swinging at the second pitch, grounded over to second and thrown out for the first out here in the bottom of the third.
Well, good job there to be able to force some quick contact and get the first out of this inning rather easily.
Now to bring up Sam Simpkins now, who again walked his first plate appearance, as the Blue Devils were able to load the bases in the first, only to come away with the 1 run. Pitch will get by there, taken for ball 2, 2-1 now.
Yeah, Ewing's had opportunities in the first couple of innings, obviously, like you said, loading up the bases in the first and then getting a runner on third, nobody out in the second inning and not being able to get him home. They've certainly had base runners, it's just been a matter of getting them actually in.
The 2-1 from Joey Ditta is again taken for ball outside. The 3-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Count will go full to Simpkins here.
Yeah, perfect 3-1 pitch there. Fastball at the knees and a chance to battle back in this count here for Joey Ditta.
As Simpkins works the walk again here for the second time this afternoon.
Ditta a little frustrated out there on the mound, knowing that he was able to work it to a 2-strike count and just not able to finish him off. Looks like he's going to get some encouragement from his teammate Jack Gill.
As they will, assuming they're going to try to line up for double play depth here and go out Lesko, but it will be no easy task. Mentioned Lesko hitting .268 on the year, 7 RBIs, 2 doubles and 9 singles to his name. First pitch from Ditta is in the dirt, laid off for ball 1.
Hey, Les.
Ditta looks over at first. He'll try to pick off Simpkins down at first.
I speak for the trees.
Hey, let's go, kid. I'm on 5.
Come on, Les.
Freshman Sam Simpkins down at first. Ditta's pitch is in the dirt, blocked there. Taken for ball by Lesko.
Hey, Les.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the command issues so far for Ditta has just been bouncing a lot of pitches, and you wonder if maybe that's being a little too amped up out there on the mound. You end up trying to throw the ball a little too hard and spike it like that.
Ditta's 2-0 delivery is laid off there by Lesko. Count goes 3-0 here, so assuming he will get the green light here on any pitch, 3-0.
Yeah, and it's just, if you're going to green light him, you just got to make sure it's a good pitch to hit, because Ditta,
Hey, Les. Smart here.
obviously is prone to that walk and like that.
And Lesko works the walk, very patient on his at-bat for the second time. So back-to-back walks for the Spartans to Simpkins and Keith Lesko now brings up the 5-hole hitter Colin Elam
Yeah, Colin Elam now up again in another good RBI spot. He was able to drive in a run last time with the bases loaded and got a chance to help his own cause again.
Blue Devils weren't able to score Chris Salmon in the second on the throwdown by Ryan Everett from right field as they try to get back on the board here as Elam swings at the first pitch. Didn't like that, angry with himself, pops it up into shallow left field. Coming on is Gill to squeeze that one away. So it'll bring 2 outs now.
Yeah, and Elam looked like he was going up there thinking he was going to get a first pitch fastball, did, and just got a tad under it. And sometimes that's the difference between line drives in the gap and easy pop outs into left field.
Joey Andreas, the batter now. He grounded out to second base in the first inning.
Anyway, 1-4. Do a job. Let's go. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Dida looks back at second. The 1-0 pitch is chopped foul off the end of the bat.
All you now. Let's go.
And if you did it, you just got to keep your cool and calm the frustrations down a little bit because he's got a chance to work out of this inning unscathed, and even with the 2 walks.
As Andreas lays off that one outside. 2-1 now. Dida spins, fires over at second. Good pickoff move there. As Simpkins was able to get back to the bag. The 2-1 upstairs as Andreas lays off that one. Count goes to 3-1.
And now this is where you've got to make your pitch with Salmon waiting in the on-deck circle. You definitely don't want to load up the bases for him after he tripled last inning.
3-1 as Andreas lays off, takes it there. 3-2 now.
Yeah, not happy with that call was Andreas. I think he thought that was a little bit low, but umpire says otherwise, and now another chance for Dida to get a punch out 3-2.
As Dida will call time there and step off the mound.
Come on, Joe. Come, yo.
Hey, let's go, Joe.
Dida ready, looks back, he'll spin again, fires over to second. Simpkins again gets back to the bag.
Yeah, Simpkins not too far off that second base bag, easy to get back. He's only maybe 5-6 feet off the bag, so I don't think, I mean, obviously he's going to be going here, but
3-2 pitch in the dirt. Big at bat there from Joey Andreas to lay off that one. He works the 3rd walk of the inning and the 7th walk, for Joey Dida in this one.
Yeah, and we had mentioned earlier that he walked 8 in his last outing on Thursday and already up to 7 here in just 2 2/3 innings, and looks like his pitching coach going to head out and maybe try to settle him down once again because obviously a big at-bat coming up here with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
So a big opportunity for Chris Salmon in this one as the Blue Devils are trying to strike back here, down 2 runs in the 3rd. And 3 games left on the Blue Devils' regular season schedule. They have games against Princeton on the 11th and then Phillipsburg on the 15th. And not too often you have games against other conference opponents this late in the year. So Salmon ready, mound meeting over. Dida fires as Salmon tries to back off that one. Couldn't get the call he wanted in there for strike 1.
Yeah, and you know that he's looking to replicate that at-bat from the second inning.
Again, does the same thing, tries to back off. Pitch just on the inner part of the plate. Quick 0-2.
And it did look like those two pitches were over the plate, so you wonder maybe Salmon having a little bit of trouble picking up that inside pitch.
Salmon will fly that one into center field. Will it get down? It does. 1 run comes on. 2 runs come through as Simpkins and Lesko score from second and third, and it's a 2-run RBI double for Chris Salmon.
Well, Ditta comes back inside with the slider, and he's able to get Salmon to be jammed and just pop it up. Unfortunately for them, it just falls in no man's land, and a great job by Salmon of just hitting through that baseball, and also some good base running to end up at second there and tie this game up.
Salmon 2 for 2 on the afternoon, a triple and already a 2-run double to his name to get the Blue Devils back in this one as we're knotted up at 3 here in the third. A chance to put the Blue Devils in the lead. Ditta's pitch is in there for a ball 1 as Sam Leibowitz will bat now. Andreas over at third, and again Salmon at second. The 1-0 pitch is swung on, back up the middle. Will get almost caught there at second base as Andreas and Salmon are in to score 2 more runs. As Leibowitz tries to turn that into a double, he will be out at second. But both runs will score as the Blue Devils take the lead here, 5-3, as we end the third. Back with the fourth right after this on WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Spartans score 4 runs in the inning and take a 5-3 lead. What an inning it was. Chris Salmon, a 2-run double. Sam Leibowitz with a 2-run single we're going to give him, as Colin Elam has a lead now. We'll see what he does with it. And Jordan, this Ewing team had some chances early on in this one, and they finally got a hold of Joey Ditta and able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, this time around able to get 4 runs home, all with 2 outs, and the way Elam has settled in at least the last couple of innings, you got a feeling that now having the lead, that's an even bigger confidence boost for him on the mound, especially after his teammates were able to pick him up, because of course with 2 on and 1 out, he was frustrated with himself when he popped out on the first pitch, and his teammates able to pick him up, and I'm sure that's got to be a confidence boost for him.
So Jack Lambert will lead things off here in the fourth for the Spartans, and he'll swing first pitch, chopper down the first base line, out of play.
Over here. Just throw it in.
Well, I'll tell you what, Elam has not been afraid to throw that slider out there. He's throwing it in every count, and he throws it there to Lambert to start off the at-bat, and it looked like he was maybe sitting fastball.
2-1 here to Jack Lambert. who reached base on a error back in the first. As count will go 3-1 now to Jack Lambert. Call in there for a called strike on the outer half. Count goes full. Lambert's shaking up on that one off the foul ball. Seems to be okay. We'll shake it off and get back in the box.
Yeah, and that looked like where you're kind of just swinging to protect yourself, because if he didn't hit that ball might have hit him in a painful spot up high.
Called strike 3 as Lambert is rung up, the second strikeout victim for Elam today.
Yeah, a little backwards pitching out there by Elam in that at bat. He started Lambert out with some sliders and comes back with a fastball to get it to 3-1, and then a beautiful painted fastball on the outside corner there to pick up his first strikeout looking of this one.
As that will bring up Nathan Klingel now, the designated hitter. He grounded out to second, his first plate appearance. So he ducks out of the way on one knee. Good thing he avoided that one.
And now it's got to be a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling stepping into that batter's boxes. Now it's been back-to-back batters that Elam has buzzed the tower on.
Elam's 2-1 delivery is taken for a ball. The 3-1 pitch is again taken as Klingel works the walk there.
Well, good job of taking that pitch from Klingel, understanding that he was going to get a fastball. Of course, fastball count, but knowing that Elam had come with a fastball to the previous batter, 3-1, and that one didn't miss by much, but just good eyes, and now the Spartans get their runner on first and bring a tying run to the plate.
Gonna bring up Ryan Tash now. He bunted safely down the third base line in a beautiful place bunt to reach board. And with one away, we'll see if he does anything similar or if he'll be swinging here. There's a quick 2-0 count to Tash here.
Got it down right now.
Well, Elam's now fallen behind 3 consecutive hitters. He hasn't been off by much, but
as Tash will work the walk here, so back-to-back walks given up by Elam after the strikeout of Jack Lambert to get things started.
And his pitching coach sensing that from Elam, and I'm sure this is probably going to be a very similar meeting to the ones that Joey Ditta has had so far today, just trying to settle his pitcher down and get him back in the strike zone.
And it's a 2-run lead here for the Blue Devils, but nothing the Spartans haven't dealt with all season. I mean, they're continuing to swing the bats well, .421 average on the year. And they've had a interesting season too. They've had 2 separate winning streaks. They started the year at 1-2, then were able to get 7-game winning streak together in a crucial part of the year. They lost to Hopewell Valley 7-4 following that winning streak to end it at 7, but then were able to bounce right back and get 4 more wins together. And since then they've lost 2 and only won 1, as they have 3 games left to their schedule. They are, again, I mentioned in the top of the broadcast, a busy month. They're 6 games today in 9 days. They play again tomorrow against an 11-6 Allentown team. And then later this week, they're against Gloucester Catholic, who is a 12-5 program on the year. So a tough road ahead for the Spartans as they get set for the Mercer County tournament. The Hun Raiders await them this weekend.
Yeah, and you mentioned just one more game in conference play this season for Spartans against Allentown coming up in a little bit. and they hold just that half-game lead over Notre Dame for first place in their division. So these conference games, they're crucial to the Steinert team, and I'm sure they know that and have to battle back in this one today.
Braden Innie, 2-0 to him. Chopper foul down the line. It's Danny Maher, actually, the pinch hitting in this spot for Vinny Condorso.
Yeah, and Elam there, 2-1, just straight up challenged him with a fastball and ended up working out. And now we'll see if he comes back with it again or if we'll go to that slider that he's utilized so often today.
2-2 from Colin Elam. He's ready as Maher chops that one out of play down the third base side. Maher, 6-foot senior for this Spartan lineup.
Well, Elam there did go with the slider, and just a good job by Maher to stick with it and foul it off and live to see another pitch.
Elam will step off, call time here. Blue Devils looking to get out of this one with 2 on for the Spartans. Elam's 2-2 delivery as Maher again staying alive here, chops that one foul and out of play.
Well, that slider kind of sat in the middle of the plate for a little too long, and fortunate that Maher just fouled it off because he got a good one to hit.
The 2-2 from Elam is drilled into center field, but playable out there for Zaire Lowe, and he puts that one away, so Maher lines out there.
Yeah, that was the first opportunity out there in center field for Zaire Lowe, and you can just see how comfortable he looks coming in on that ball. And obviously, a great defender. He had a game against Notre Dame that I was at earlier in the season that he had made 8 putouts, and including 3 in the first inning. I believe it was 5 in the first 2 innings, so it's been very good for them out there.
And Brady Nanny will just ground out to second on the fielder's choice there. That will retire the side as the Blue Devils take a 5-3 lead into the bottom of the 4th. Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian for your complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com for your complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, and we'd like to take this opportunity to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. We are proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. The HTSD pop-up schoolhouse events are happening in August, on August 9th at Yardville Heights Elementary, August 15th at Sunny Bray Elementary, and August 23rd at Kidstart Elementary. This event will be free from 3 to 5 p.m. August 29th at Cooser Elementary from 4 to 6 p.m. Meet teachers, staff, learn about community resources, and more. As well as the HTSD Summer Camp registration is open now and offered to Hamilton Township residents entering grades K through 12. Visit htsdnj.org to register. As well as the Tech Night, you can find all the details. It's from May 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Crockett Middle School. The event will feature a showcase of the technology of the Hamilton Township schools. Admission is free, and you can pre-register htsdnj.org for all the announcements.
Let's go 5 home now. Yeah, let's go 5 home, go.
That'll bring up Lorenzo Petrono, get things started here in the bottom of the 4th. Joey Ditta out for his 4th inning of work. as Patron takes for a strike.
Go five, home now. Home now, home now. Go five, home, babe. Home, babe.
So far, Nick, for Ewing, we've seen how this offense can score runs in bunches. They've had opportunities in every inning so far in this game, and they capitalized there in the third, scoring 4. So we mentioned earlier that in a lot of their wins, they've put up double-digit runs, and we're kind of maybe heading towards that here today. Wow, that ball almost just hit that car.
Domino's Pizza delivery going by.
That ball seriously landed about maybe not even a foot from that Domino's Pizza delivery as it was coming up the street.
As it's 3-2 here to Patron. As he swung on for a strikeout, the first strikeout for Joey Ditta today.
Yeah, good job by Ditta there. We'd see him when he's gotten to full counts. He's kind of come unglued a little bit. He's walked some batters 3-2, but a good job to just make a good pitch fastball at the letters and is able to get Patron to swing underneath it. Big first out.
And we'll go back to the top of the lineup as Zaire Lowe was for his third plate appearance now. He's lined out and flied out.
Go on, come on, kid.
Definitely through 2 plate appearances for Lowe today, we didn't think he'd be 0-2 at this point, considering Ditta has had a good afternoon, but he's allowed the 4 runs in the third, as Zaire Lowe has not been able to figure him out yet.
Yeah, Lowe's been a great table setter at the top of this lineup here, and so far it hasn't mattered. Ewing's been able to do it with even without production from him, but you got to believe that Lowe's going to get on base at some point here in this game because he's just been too consistent of a hitter this season to, be held off.
And only 3 batters so far for the Blue Devils have not reached base. Zaire Lowe, Lorenzo Patron, and it is Colin Elam. All have not been able to reach base safely today. The Blue Devils sent 7 batters to the plate in the third, though, on those 4 runs. Chris Salmon with a big 2-run double and Sam Leibowitz with a 2-run single as he was gunned down at second trying to stretch things out. As Zaire Lowe lays off that one, 2-2 now to him.
Come on, babe.
Lowe lays off that one. Count goes full now.
And this is where if you're Lowe, I'd be sitting fastball. He came with the fastball, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Patron.
This pitch is in there as Zaire Lowe struck out looking. So 2 strikeouts back-to-back in the inning now for Joey Ditta.
Yeah, well, he did come with that fastball, but it was in a perfect spot, dotted that down and away corner, and now back-to-back strikeouts for Ditta, and you hope for the Spartans that he's maybe settling in just in time.
Now to bring up Jake McNonia now.
Hey, come on, 2, I'm big.
0 for 1 on the afternoon with a walk and a ground out.
Hey, great leave, I'm 2.
McNonia lays off for that one. 2-1 now to Jake.
Come on, 2.
McNonia swinging, gets the pitch up the middle. Oh, off the head. Down there at second base, off the deflection of the glove from Jake Pope. Tried to make a play on it as he is shaken up down there at second.
Yeah, it looked like that ball might have caught the lip of the grass and just kicked up, and now you just hope Pope is okay.
Not too often you see plays like that where the ball will just bounce up and hit you in the skull there. Hoping Pope is okay. Teammates around him, trainers out there.
Yeah, this field is manicured pretty well. It's That's why it just makes me think that maybe it just caught probably the lip.
We'll take a quick timeout here as Pope is shaking up. We'll be right back on WBCB.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Jake Pope seems to be okay, as everyone will go back to their position here. He'll remain in the game for now. Just needed a moment to regather himself. And always a good thing after you take any pitch to any ball to the face in this sport, Jordan, and you're able to kind of stay in the game here and maintain yourself.
Yeah, and as she was coming off the field, Ewing's athletic trainer had said that it had just caught Pope in the eye, so credit to him for sticking it out there and staying in the game.
In a tough position where you get a lot of grounders and a lot of play, anything in the eyes or cranium area is hard to recover from. Just again, a weird play as it'll be Sam Simpkins here as he fouls that one off. Simpkins has walked both plate appearances today. As both him and Keith Lesko on the on-deck circle as Simpkins swung on through that one, 1-2 to him now. As Dida able to get through this one on 3 strikeouts, 1 left. We go to the 5th right after this on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back to Andy Greer Field on the campus of Ewing High School. Nick Gallagher along with Jordan Hirsch and Brianne O'Neill for the Blue Devils and the Spartans here. A late season CVC matchup as Colin Elam on for his 5th inning of work today as Jake Pope will be the batter.
Yeah, Pope, who in that last inning had that ball go off of his face. No worse for wear, though. And good job staying in the game and taking this at bat here.
As Pope takes 4, called strike 1, 2-1 now. And a quick second strike now, even things up at 2-2. Elam ready quickly with the 2-2 delivery as Pope swings and chops that one down first base line, staying alive here.
Yeah, Elam, after giving up those 3 runs in the first inning, has done a real good job of just settling in nicely, and he's kept Steinert off the board ever since.
And called strike 3 as Pope stares at 1. And the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Colin Elam.
Yeah, and that was just a perfect pitch there. You could tell Elam really getting into a groove now and starting to get these Steinert hitters with some pretty good consistency.
It'll be the 4th time through the lineup now. As I ring up Jack Gill and mention calling him something when you give him a lead that he will be able to settle in, and especially at home, kind of can lock in. Had 11 strikeouts in his last outing. As Gill connects with that one over to short, McNonia fires across the first, and 2 quick outs as Gill is retired.
Yeah, now Elam, he's done a better job of pounding the strike zone so far in this inning. He had a couple of walks in the 4th, but he's looked like he's come out here and he's done a much better job of throwing pitches over the plate.
And he's just putting balls over the zone where his defense can make plays on him, and that's just been the biggest thing. And it's not an excuse here, Jordan, but when you play 6 games in 9 days and you have a tough stretch to end the year, as the Spartans do, you lost yesterday in a game across the river to Council Rock North, pretty good team this year. You're just at that time of the year where you want to get to the postseason, but you have some business to take care of in the regular season.
Yeah, and you wonder if, obviously, end of a long season, you wonder if fatigue could be setting in a little bit, and the offense just hasn't been exactly what we really come to expect from the Steinert team over the last 4 games, but still a lot of time here, and this isn't going to help.
As Everett chops the one over to third base side as a quick 1-2-3 inning for Colin Elam. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Saul Funeral Home, since 1899, is proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes is proud to sponsor today's game and hopes you enjoy it. If you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, 2100 Sylvan Avenue. Let's meet today's adoptable pets of the game. The dog is Grim. Meet Grim, not to be confused with Grin, which is what the sweet boy is always wearing. This friendly, affectionate, eligible bachelor is looking for a long-term relationship with a dog-experienced human. He's about 2.5 years old and is short and stocky, approximately 70 pounds. Like most dogs, Grim would benefit from some training and exercise. This athletic guy promises to keep up with you on hikes too. Grim is looking for a home without small children and one where he is your one and only pet. Our second bachelor is Tinsel. Tinsel's about 2 years old. She's a little shy at first, but is curious about her surroundings. She'll need a quiet home where she can feel secure and come out of her shell. The Hamilton Township Animal Shelter is open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 to 3:30, Thursdays until 7, closed on Sundays. Visit more of their adoptable pets and learn about volunteer and foster programs at hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter.
Hey, Les. Let's go 5.
It'll be Keith Lesko here in the bottom of the 5th, swinging and fouls the first pitch off his foot.
Yeah, middle of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Blue Devils here in this 5th inning, and these are the guys that were able to get on and come around and score as a part of their 4-run third.
Hey, let's go 5 on Keith.
Come on, 5 on out.
Lesko takes for a called strike.
Hey, let's go 5.
Lesko, just like Sam Simpkins, both walks today in his 2 plate appearances.
Let's go, Key.
And 8 walks for Joey Ditta, given up by the Spartans starting pitcher today. Let's go, keeping himself alive, fouled that one back.
Yeah, it's now 16 walks over his last 2 outings for Ditta. However, these last few innings have been a little bit better in terms of the walks, and he's got a chance to get an out here.
As fouled back out of play in the Steinert bullpen. I'm really credit to Ditta. Besides the 4-run third inning, he's allowed the 1 run in the first, and other than that, is able to get out of most jams today. But the 1 inning, Jordan, that could be a difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, and especially against a Blue Devils team that, like we had mentioned, it could be a quick strike offense, and the way Steinert hasn't really been scoring a whole bunch of runs over their last handful of contests, 1 big inning definitely could be the difference, and looks like some bullpen action right now for the Ewing Blue Devils, so you wonder if Elam, who's now at the plate, if his day might be done. Looks like Sam Simpkins, the freshman, warming up.
And if it is done, Elam's pitched incredible today. Swinging first pitch, fouled back into the Spartan bullpen again.
Yeah, that one landed in almost the same spot as the last pop out in foul territory.
So let's go down at first base as Colin Elam looking for his first hit of the afternoon today. And the Spartan offense scored 3 runs in their loss on Friday against South Brunswick. Last Wednesday, they were blanked by Lawrence 3-0, and Princeton back on May 1st, they put up 9 runs in a win. Or excuse me, that was Ewing.
Hey, let's go, Juan. Hey, Grilly.
Yeah, and if Elam's day is indeed done, he's in line for the win right now, and I'm sure he would like to help his own cause and extend his lead.
As Elam drills that one into left field, but played out there in left by Christian Finaccio, who catches the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it's the second one by Finaccio that he's had to range back on, and again, another great route to the ball out there for him, looking very comfortable today, and
Hey, let's go, Joe.
looks like that sunshine, which might be headed towards that side of the field, hasn't really been a problem for Finaccio.
Hey, yo, drop it, kid.
Hey, let's go for him, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Ditta will fire over to first base as Lesko gets back safely.
Go on, board.
Go, Leg. Go, Leg.
Hey, let's go, Joe. Now on board.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Ditta's pitch to Andreas, 1-1. Is in there for a called strike 2. So Ditta can get out of this one quickly if he can get Andreas to ground out. Double play, the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, blocked. As Lesko wasn't sure where the ball was down at first, but a good recovery there by Vinny Condorso. And smack down third base side, caught, and they throw to first, and they will double up Lesko on the double play as Andreas ends the 5th here with Spartans trailing this one 5-3. We go to the top of the 6th right after this on the WBCB Sports Network.
Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Top of the 6th here from Ewing as the Spartans trailing this one late, down 2 runs. It'll bring up Christian Finaccio, Jack Lambert, and Nate Klingel, the 5, 6, and 7 hole hitters, as Finaccio will look to bunt now.
And Colin Elam back out there for his 6th inning of work after we had seen Sam Simpkins warming up in the pen in the previous inning, but Coach gonna continue to roll with the hot hand right now out there on the mound.
Pitch in the dirt. Finaccio lays off that one. As Finaccio chops that one over to second. Magnolia on the bobble, but he will recover nicely and able to throw away Finaccio for the first out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that ball hit right on the screws, and Magnolia, even with the bobble, was able to have enough time to throw out Finaccio, and another one batter, one out job by Elam.
Bring up Jack Lambert now. He's reached base on an error and struck out in his 2 plate appearances today. As Lambert lays off that one, 1-1. Colin Elam has not allowed a hit since the first inning, or excuse me, since the 2nd inning.
He's just done a fantastic job of getting into a rhythm today, and we mentioned it earlier that sometimes you just can't put your finger quite on why some guys struggle early in games and why some guys don't, but it's clear that for Elam, he's done a great job of being able to figure it out.
As Lambert connects on that one into left center field, as Zaire Lowe was out there and he almost collided in left field with Lorenzo Patron, but is able to communicate, and you mentioned it, Jordan, all afternoon of the safety play that Lowe has for this Blue Devils football team.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it came into play there as he just looked like, I just looked so calm out there as that ball, I thought off the bat, had a chance to split the gap, but Lowe just able to glide over and honestly make it look easy and cut in front of Patron.
As a timeout and a quick mound meeting make sure Colin Elam is okay, or they're just going over signs. After 2 quick outs here in the 6th.
Not usual, you see the coach come out and the entire infield not come in. It's just him and the catcher and Elam out there. So not quite sure maybe what this is about. But he's going to leave him in.
I would say usually maybe it's a defensive thing or talking about the upcoming hitter, but Klingel is 0 for 1 with a grounder and a walk today. He'll be the batter here. But Elam's okay. He'll stay in the game here. As fired in for strike 1. Spartans looking for their first hit since the 2nd inning. As a check swing there by Klingel, grounds over to McNonia at second. He'll toss lightly over to first, and that will retire the side. So a quick inning for the Blue Devils, leading this one 5-3. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It is important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division